Hello, is me, Sotya Clock Wanton, and with me I have UK Beast Assassin.
Hello, hello.
Brilliant. We're here for Q1 then. 20 drivers, full grid. Can't get any better than that. Seems to be dry as well. See if we can get a weather report on the remaining.
Yep, the whole race is dry as well.
Everything is dry.
Weekend, which is ideal for the drivers.
Yeah, that also makes all 3 SLR races dry this weekend, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, it does. We saw a very hectic race yesterday in the Div 3. Hectic was actually an understatement. It was crazy.
I'd be surprised if this one is anything like that one.
Yeah.
But let's see if I can get it. Oh, it's your streaming, it's not me. I'll have the track map up anyway. Who's first out? It's the Ferrari, so it's gonna be
The Ferrari of Rizelm.
I guess we'll follow him on the lap then.
Yep. Oh, he's in the gravel. He climbed the curb at turn 4, 5. He almost been lit into the wall already.
And by that he's lost his stream time to JH now.
Alright,
I'll also be keeping a look on the... Yeah, I'll also be keeping a look on Twitch. Since I'm the co-commentator, I'll see what everyone has to write in the chats. Any questions, anything, I can read it up on the stream. Well, that's JH starting his lap then. Coming down, let's see how quick he's going. 351 kilometers an hour. Down to second gear, he could have cut that corner a little bit more.
For the mile an hour gang, it's 2:18 he was doing.
Oh yeah,
just to prevent any confusion.
Well, here in Sweden we have kilometers. You'll have to get used to me saying that.
Yeah. We was talking the other day about what Americans use, and they use mile an hour, which I thought was a bit odd, because I always thought they used kilometers.
Oh, well, obviously kilometers is the best one. Oh, we have yellow flag somewhere. It's probably
just someone slowing
someone
down.
through. Yeah. Into Scar then, 4th gear. Very nice. Getting on the throttle, full throttle the whole way out. If he's going traction off, then it's very good. Game sound is quiet, says Rangerich. Beast.
Okay, we'll just watch the end of the lap, then I'll change that.
Coming up to the line, does JH with a 20.2 on the softs. Afterwards comes Dylan with a 20.0.
Sure, we'll see an improvement.
Then we have it's around the low 20s so far. It's only Q1. There comes LP Smoke with a 19.6.
That's more like the laps we'll be seeing in Q3. Or at least
Motion
that kind
with
of lap time in Div 2.
20.4.
Next across the line will be Mr. Reimer. Oh, but he's on an outlap. So it'll actually be Rizelm. No, he won't.
No, that's Freeman. It's gonna be the Haas or Saxman.
Yep. Sudsy or Gregory.
Yeah. So there'll be like yellow flags, people letting each other through. It's Gregory on the hards. That's interesting. 22.2.
Not bad for a hard time. As we watch Saxman round Parabolica. Finish his first flying lap. And Rizelm leaves the session.
Chris
there
Bergo
goes top.
fastest. Yeah, 19.587. Dylan's coming round again for a second lap. Or maybe starting lap, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
he's just starting.
he's starting a
We've
lap.
got Airheaded Freak, who's new to the division, crossing the line on the mediums, who's also starting a lap.
It's very interesting going mediums in Q1, isn't it? 'Cause, I mean, he's just thrown away the strategy of possibly starting on mediums and qualifying on them in Q2 because they're going to be too warm.
Yeah.
Feels like a bit of waste of a tire, but
As we see Mr. Ryama finish what should be his first flying lap, and it is, and he goes third. 199. Next across the line will be Freeman, who is
so
on a
can we?
flying lap.
How's the game sound now
Goes
then?
pop
Can
this-
anyone?
Yeah.
Can anyone tell us if it's fine, better, or if it needs further adjustment? I'll see if we get some comments.
Oh,
It's still quiet. Rangus,
there's a
is it still
sound bar.
quiet?
Still quiet. Increased it. I can always increase it. Right, it's up to 90 now, so it can't go up much more. Hopefully it's good.
I guess they'll just have to tell us again if they like it or not.
Yeah.
Well, the Red Bull's coming out
Next
really close to each other.
class.
One coming out the pits. Oh, it's Bestas had already completed his lap, so it's fine.
We have Mr. Ryama coming round. I think he's going to pit. Yeah, he's pitting. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, yeah, he is. He's just teasing me.
Freeman is on an in lap as well.
Yeah,
Williams.
also on a limb lap.
Merckx is gonna come round. He's going into a Ascari now. 6th gear, that's very high gear for a Ascari. Oh, he's going 0% DRS, he's probably made a mistake. Yeah, he's gonna start another one.
He's going to go for another flyer.
What about
We've got
Saxman? Is he
Saxman
coming again?
just behind him. Yep, he's going around Parabolica for his first flying lap. No, sorry, second one.
It's 0 DRS.
he's on an in lap as
He's, yeah. What about the Red Bulls? We have Par on an out lap. Bestas probably on an in lap.
Yeah.
Then there's a Renault behind, that's Fingerboy, he's on an out lap as well. Ryan Jones behind them is on an out lap as well, so a lot of people on out laps. Then it's a massive
Get
gap.
ready for their second runs.
Yeah, then there's a massive gap to the Alfa Romeo in the second last mode just now. It's gonna be JH also on an out lap. Behind him is Gregory now on softs on an out lap as well. So Merckx is the first one to cross the line now on a flying lap into Ascari again.
Good line through there. Oh, he's sideways, he's hitting the wall, and he's lost his wheel. He's out of the session.
Yeah,
It's a very tricky complex of corners, and Merckx has just shown that there. It's a big shame for him, as he usually does have good pace.
it's gonna be last place for him, but seeing all the carnage that can happen, safety car, everything, he's not without a chance still. He's just made it that much harder for himself.
Yep.
Let's see, what do we have here? Freeman, I've missed that.
Paraquix goes up to 7th. Oh, Freeman. Did he just set that lap?
I don't know when he
Oh, no,
set it.
But
I
he's just
missed
come
it.
in. He's just in.
I missed it when he set it, so
Yeah, it's a
I
quick lap.
just saw it now. There goes
Ryan
Ryan
Jones
Jones.
puts himself
Yeah.
second.
Let's see,
Currently,
Suzuki Gregory.
35 viewers. Can you let us know your predictions for pole in the chat, please?
Ooh, Gregory with a very, very bad run through Ascari, and he's gonna have to start again. He's now on the softs, trying to beat his lap time on the hards. He's waiting for the McLaren behind, I think. Is SLR Dylan, who's slipstreaming him now a bit, trying to get some slipstream to improve his lap. He's currently 11th place, probably not enough. I suspect you'll have to be in the 19s to go through to Q2.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in
Dylan.
this division.
19.8, just ahead of Fingerboy. Ranga says Midsi for pole. Not a bad shot, he's got a few already this season. He's coming around now through Ascari. Onto the back straight. Into the world famous Parabolica. See if you can get a good
Who's
run,
your
fourth
prediction
gear.
for pole clock?
Well, since Ranga said Midsi, I'm not gonna say Midsi. I'm gonna go with.
Oh, it's a good lap from Mizzy, as you say.
I'm gonna go with Freeman. He's still very close. They're on the same 10th.
Yeah.
I think he has good potential as well for it. What about yourself?
His home Grand Prix as well, being in the Ferrari. We see, is it Ham Jam? Yep, going around Parabolica, who currently sits out of the top 15 of this lap. We'll most likely see him move up into first of a very, very fast lap.
Especially to be in Q1. He's beaten the two pole time in Q1 already.
Yeah. very
I think. Or was it an 18.9 in Div 2? Maybe it was. Can't remember.
No, I think it was a 19.2 pole by Darnell. Which is still
Well, regardless, is very close to the Div 2 pole time.
Yeah.
Gregory's into the pits on his soft, so he failed to do his run. He's gonna have to go out again. There's a lot of people coming out now. Both Mercedes, Reimer and Saxman, they're both on 19.9s. We have JH Para still sitting in the pits. Motion Hassas coming out. Riesel started his lap. He's currently on the drop zone as well. Jamham's coming through Parabolica now to set his first laps. Let's see how far up this can put him. Goes fifth with a 19.4.
Safe zone.
Yeah, he should be safe, I think. Be surprised if not. Airheaded Freaks coming round.
Airheaded Freak goes a bit wide.
Just off the line, but it's fine. Coming over, it's only a 20.3. That is not enough.
Hazard.
It's enough for now, but I do not think it's enough. Reason's coming around now. He's fucked up. He's in 0 ERS.
Who's the next across the line after Rizel? It's one of the Renaults. It'll be Fingerboy.
Yeah, and we have Saxman right behind Fingerboy, slipstreaming him a bit.
Oh, he'll be enjoying that. Although he's in 0 ERS as well, so they must both be on outlaps.
Oh yeah. Well, I think Saxman's enjoying this. He just needs to needs to get a bit closer, and he isn't, because he has a Renault behind him. He wants to let through a nice jam hammers who's in an in lap. So bad timing there from Mr. Reimer. Behind him is a not a Toro, also it's a Red Bull. It's going to be Park Quicks. He's on an outlap as well. After them comes Airheaded Freak again. Airheaded Freak for what? He's coming into the pits. He's gonna have to he will have time, I think, to get in, change tires, and get one more lap in. Hamjam has retired from the session. He's obviously in the pits. Motion Hassa goes 15th, so he's currently into the safe zone. Not even 1/10, half a tenth in front of Airheaded Freak. VRT Bottas is on an outlap. He's coming into Parabolica now to start his final flying lap. There's only 4 cars out on track currently. 6 cars now as a McLaren and a Ferrari leaves the pits.
We've seen Hamjam, Midzi and Freeman all retire from the session from the pits. They obviously believe they're confident in their times to get through to Q2.
Smoke seems very
Which I would
confident
have
to
to
get
agree.
pole in the chat. He says an 18.6 is coming. You've put some expectations on you now.
He did this last week and he didn't manage it, so I hope maybe we'll see him do it this time.
Here comes Paraquix.
Yep.
Out of Paraka. Can he move up the standing? He's currently 14th. One goes 10th
Yep,
with a
up to
19.8.
Next will be Motion Hazard. He's
from
on
10th,
an out lap.
From 10th to 14th, that's 1.5 tenths between them.
Yeah, this division is insanely close. Very, very competitive. Who's there? Is it Toro Rosso coming around?
It's VRT Bottas.
Bottas to start his final run of a qualifying session.
Judging by his ERS managing, I think this is his run, but I can't believe it's been, 12th place.
It said next to his name, Outlap. Very strange.
Yeah, that's
Dylan picks up a nice toe from him.
But there's another one on the 19.9. 24 people on the same 10th, and a 19.9 is currently what you need to be doing to be in a safe zone. Because then it was JH Haas in 15th place, and he is in the pits, so he's not gonna set another lap. Could potentially be disaster for JH, and Spencer Gregory is on a cooldown lap, I think. Oh, JH is retired as well.
JH retires.
In the pits, he realizes he can't go out again, so Saxman starting his lap. Reimer is about to start his lap. Is there anyone on a lap? Interesting from Motion Hazard to come out of the pits with 1 minute left. He's never gonna be able to complete
no chance
that.
he'll make it round in time. Bottas retires. He's obviously confident with his 199, which
he's retired on track. It's the Toro Rosso in the second sector. Look at this Toro Rosso in the second sector. It must be Bottas, because Mids retired a long time ago. That's not very clever from Bottas.
Nope, it's not good at all. We'll see an inquiry in the stewards meeting on Tuesday night.
Here comes Saxman. Let's hope Bottas' AI isn't gonna be in the way. It's yellow flags. That's Bottas' AI is gone off to the side, and that's proof that he's retired on track. And that's gonna be met with, I think it's a 15-second time penalty.
There is a Ferrari right on at turn 1. It's Rizal. That will be his lap ruined, and he's in 10th, so he should be through. Santo goes 6th, so he's safely through.
Yeah, the only one who can do something is Sitzer Gregory, because Airheaded Freak is fucked up his whole lap already, so it's all about Sitzer Gregory and Mr. Reimer.
Can he knock him out?
Mr. Reimer's coming into the pits.
Oh no, he's not.
It's all up to Sitzer Gregory then. Can he knock Mr. Reimer out? Let's see when he comes up to Ascari, and the final of Sector 2 is 2 tenths up. Is that enough? It's right on the limit. Sitzer Gregory, can he get a good run through Ascari? He spins, and that is off.
He's out. It's a carbon copy of Merckx's crash at the same corner.
He gave it all, but it wasn't enough. That's Q1 done.
Yep, that is it. Drivers out, JH, Sudsia Gregory, Motion Hazard, Airheaded Freak, and ARL Merckx.
Very interestingly.
Did we get any more predictions for pole?
No, we didn't. I was about to say, interestingly, the time separating P1 and P16 is 9 tenths.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very close division. Much closer than any of the other divisions in SLR. But that's just where these guys are at the top of the game.
I mean, separating 4th and 16th is only half a second, so very, very nice to see. Harry says shame for Gregory. He was looking like he would get through, and I am willing to agree with you there. He was 2 times up. That was roughly what was required. But Ascari is such a tricky corner, and if you don't nail it, you'll end up in the wall, as shown by both Susie Gregory and ARL Marks. Well, now the interesting part starts, Q2. This is where obviously the top 10 who goes through will start on the tire they qualify Q2 on. So this is strategy deciding for the top 10.
So what strategy do you think is the optimum strategy around here?
I mean, obviously I have to say that I believe in the medium soft. Partially because I made it work myself, and partially because I think for the first stint on the mediums you can slipstream the soft runners. It's a bit harder to get away from. It's a bit harder for the soft runners to get away from the medium runners because it's so many cars. It's much more traffic than in the later stages. And if you can just stay with them, stay in the DRS, you can do soft lap time without really trying on the mediums, which is very good. And then when you come out on the softs, hopefully the field is spread a bit, and you can just do your thing. The only issue with that strategy is if the safety car comes out in the wrong time, it's gonna be disaster. If the safety car manages to go out between like lap 7 and 13, it is absolute disaster for the medium runners, because the soft laps pit window is as lap 16, maybe lap 15. Could probably squeeze in lap 14 if there's a safety car out on that particular lap, but earlier than that is probably not possible.
Speaking of safety cars, do you feel like at this track there's kind of more than at some other tracks? Maybe like Silverstone or Spain, tracks like that? Find them more
Feels
common?
like I think it's probably because the wall are much tighter to the track here. Yeah, if in the back straight there's literally walls on both sides. It's basically driving Baku or Monaco on the back straight. Well, not the back straight, but the straight between the Lesmos and the Ascari. But you know, there's a lot of gravel traps here as well, making cars spin round and possibly come back onto the track in a bad way, causing more massive collisions. That's happened yesterday in Div 3.
Yeah, there was plenty of massive collisions, which is the stream highlights or replay is on the channel if you want to go and check it out after the race.
Dylan has started his lap. Is he first? I think he is.
Ham Jam's first.
Nice Ham Jam first.
Just
Okay.
coming up to turn 4 now.
Who runs a little bit wide? Seems to be fine. We
there
have a
has
yellow
been
flag.
another
It's a crash. It's a Torosso. It's Midzi in the
It's
gravel trap.
Midzi.
Yeah, he has
Has he got
lost his
damage?
end
He
plate
does
though.
have damage.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go into the pits. He's on the mediums as well. Not good for Midzi. There's a lot of extra wear on his mediums.
We're back on board with Ham Jam as he's the first to cross the line to complete his lap. Coming up to Parabolica now. Just realised I don't have the telemetry or the track map.
Comes Hamjam over the line then at 20.2. That's only
Solid lap. Next is Dylan with a 20.6, then Smoke with 20.8. Then it will be Bezzers. Comes across now with a 19.9. We are into the 19s.
nice on the softs though.
That is on the softs.
That wouldn't have been enough for Q2 even. I think he would have been 16th from that time, so it's definitely worse than his previous time.
Saxman has invalidated, so he'll start another lap now. Crazed Bear is just starting his now as well. As Jamham comes across to go third. It seems like a lot of drivers are opting for the medium soft strategy.
Paraquix with a purple middle sector.
Freeman puts himself third. Ryan Jones comes across now to start a lap.
See what Paraquix can do, at least according to the map for me. He was purple in the middle sector.
On the mediums as well.
He's running out of ERS though.
Thick for 20.8. Next is Fingerboy.
Probably not enough. We have Smokes. He's gonna start his second lap on the mediums.
That's
a lot of
never
extra
optimal,
wear.
having to do more than one lap. Because, yeah, as you say, he'll have extra wear to start the race with.
So what do you think the time required on mediums is to go through?
I think
What was-
Hamjam and Freeman and maybe Jamham will all be safe with a 20.4. I think from there backwards they might have to go again.
It always depends on how many people decides to put on the softs, doesn't it? That's what happened yesterday in Div 2. It was a lot of people ended up going out yesterday that was quick enough on the mediums just because I think it was 5 or 6 people decided to check on the softs. But it is a valid strategy. I mean, if you're in the drop zone and in Q2, it's better to do a soft lap to go through because obviously you can do soft mediums as well. It's not worth going out just to start on the mediums.
What
my
would you
opinion, at
say?
least.
What would you advise the drivers about the hards? Would you say avoid them or use them if necessary?
I mean, personally, I haven't even tried them around months. I've heard they've been absolutely awful, so I would never dare to put them on. But I mean, I wouldn't start on them. There's no point. But the only time I can see people using hards is if the safety car comes out and you wanna risk it. If the safety car comes out early, maybe go for the hard run, join the back of the pack, and have no more stops to do. Obviously, you'll have 20 seconds gained on everyone that has to stop, so could be a valid strategy. I do not know. I can always return the question to ask you why you decided to do a two-stop Friday instead of going on to the hards.
Two-stop.
Probably a reason for it.
Yeah, after the crash lap 1, which was completely my fault, I just opted to avoid the hards and do a two-stop. In hindsight, it probably wasn't the best idea. I should have maybe gone to the hards. But after being told to avoid them, I just chose not to. It turned out to be probably the wrong decision. It would have been alright if there was more safety cars, but I don't think we had a single one in Div 2, did we?
We had a virtual one, but
Yeah. That's about it.
was a cheeky top gooner using the glitch to gain 1 second on me. I didn't realize at the time though, when I saw the stream, I realized that because the commentator said that I thought I would be fuming because he exploited a glitch, but I didn't realize when I was actually racing, so probably for the best.
Yeah. Talking about game glitches and just the game in general, in the side pod on Wednesday night, last Wednesday, we spoke about things like this, if you want to go and check it out. It was an entertaining podcast with a very funny ending.
Smoke said in the chat that he's had his lap blocked. He is in he's in 9th, so he failed to qualify on the mediums. He's coming out now on the softs, so I can guarantee he's going to go through then if he just can complete a lap. Interestingly now is how many people will come out on the softs. Saxman, Reimer and Midsi are out on the... Not even Midsi. Sackman and Reimer are out on the mediums now. So they are opting for one try maybe. On the mediums at the end. I think that's what Midsi is doing. He's gonna go right at the depth with the mediums to get the optimal track
And Brazil
conditions
has
for
just
them.
crashed Enniscari, His car's on the middle of the track, which is not great. But he was just pushing on his first medium run of the session, and it's not ended well for him. He would now be out of Q2, starting 15th on the grid.
And here comes Saxman over the line on the mediums. That is not enough. He needs to sprint back to the pits and chuck the softs on if he want to go through. 21.9.
Who's next across the line? Smoke, but he's on an outlap. And it will be the other Mercedes of Mr. Rhyme.
Who's on the outlap as well. It's Dylan.
I think
Dylan's
Dylan will watch him till the end of the lap. Who's gone purple in Sector 1, but invalidated.
Yeah, needs to slow down then.
Ideal for him.
Is still running for overtake.
It could just be a glitch on our end.
Yeah,
he
possibly.
maybe hasn't, but he hasn't.
Looking at the way he's driving, he surely is not invalidated.
Unless he's just trying to make it back to the pits to get a new set of tyres before the time runs out. It could be what he's doing.
The fuel light started blinking now as well.
Yeah, he must be coming in. Who's next? It'll be Saxman, who's invalidated.
He's on an in lap. He's going to chuck on the softs, I think. He's coming to the pits. There's a Haas behind him. That's Ham on an out lap.
Ham has just come out on, or he's about to start his lap on soft.
Question is
a safety measure.
Yeah, might not complete it. It's a Ferrari coming. No, it's not Ferrari. It's an Alpha.
Smoke finishing his lap on the softs, which I'm sure he will not be happy about starting on, but he's put himself second, so he should be safely through.
Yeah, and here comes Reimer, 10th, 20.8.
10.
Safe at the moment, but Finger Boy's coming out on the softs, so Reimer, you're not safe.
Midsy's now out on the softs, who hasn't actually set a time, nor has Fingerboy, but Fingerboy hasn't invalidated again.
Both of them on the softs, so Reimer and Para obviously in the danger zone. Bottas is on the softs as well, so that makes Dylan in the danger zone. And Dylan is still in the pits, so is Paraquix. Kreisberg has come out for an out lap. He's in 7th at the moment. Saxman's coming out now as well. He is on the softs. I doubt anyone's going to be able to qualify on the softs. On the medium, sorry. Depends on what the lap time is.
The medium runners will be out with a time
it looks like it.
19.8.
At the moment, it's only Dylan and Para sits in the pits. Para's coming out now. Dylan's still in the pits. It's just Freeman who's confident.
He's just coming out now, though. Is Freeman? No, he isn't. Don't worry, it was someone else. Smoke will be coming into the pits. Mr. Ryama rounds Parabolica. Looks like he's coming in as well.
He's probably too late. Is he going to get that car turned around and out for a soft lap? I doubt it. Yellow flag, sector 2. That's
with another lap.
Just people going slow. It's fine.
Yep. Race there. Another lap on the mediums.
On the softs. Freeman's still in. Freeman's coming out now. Jamham coming around Parabolica now on the softs, him as well. So he doesn't trust in the 20.2.
Just about to finish his lap. Was invalid actually. So this will be his last chance.
So Jamham goes second with a 19.2.
He completes his soft lap. He doesn't feel that his medium lap, wasn't fast enough, maybe.
This could really
play
play into the hands of Freeman. I mean, if Freeman manages to squeeze through on these softs, on these mediums, he could be in a really good strategy situation.
Yeah, he could for sure.
Mr. Reimer, he's realised he's not going to go through. He has retired.
While we was watching Jamham cross the line, VRT Bottas had a spin at Ascari. He didn't get any damage, but it's completely ruined his chances of going through, and comes into the pits.
Here comes the other Toro Rosso now, up mid-C into Ascari, goes through very nicely. Ooh, little slide, but not a lot. I suspect he's gonna put Paraquicks into the drop zone. I honestly think Freeman could go through on these mediums if he has nerves now. Mitzi goes 4th. Dylan starts his outlap. Can he do anything about it? We have Paraquicks through Ascari.
And Jones about to finish his lap.
Is that an
Goes second on the
invalidation,
softs.
Para?
You say Para invalidated?
Yeah, he's invalidated. He's
He's
gonna
got
zero the
17
DRS.
seconds to make the line.
He's gonna be low on the RS though, but I don't think that matters if he... No, he's not going for it. He's giving up.
Wow, maybe he doesn't
He's
have
giving
enough
up.
fuel on board. As we see his teammate Bezos into the finish line. Go 6th.
The battle is now currently between Fingerboy, Freeman, Dylan and Saxman then. Saxman has
Yes.
given up, so he's in 8th. We have Fingerboy on a lap, we have Freeman on a lap, and we have Dylan on a lap. All of them are on the softs. No one else can go out currently. If all of them improve, Saxman is going out. First on the track is Dylan, tightly followed by Freeman, and then it's Fingerboy coming into the Desmos now.
Freeman has
Dylan.
gone purple in the middle sector.
Oh, Dylan has invalidated. Dylan has invalidated,
Oh,
I think.
no. Yeah,
If
he has.
Freeman catches up on that, Freeman can qualify on the mediums now. Be interesting to see. Does he know the situation? If
I'm not sure he does. Oh, he's going for it still. Oh, he brakes.
he breaks, he's done it. He's very well done by Freeman. He recognized
That
the
is.
situation, and he's the sole qualifier on the mediums, and he's in a brilliant situation now.
Yeah, top work from Freeman. Saw Dylan cross the line. As he went across the line, he must have looked to see if he improved, and he didn't because he invalidated. But yeah, as you say, Freeman in a prime position to get up to just use his strategy to his advantage now.
I mean, that's a brilliantly executed qualifying, isn't it? To put yourself behind the car that needs to improve to put you in the drop zone. So when he goes over the line, you know if you have to go of yourself or not. When he didn't improve, he recognized the situation and stopped himself, and he's now the sole car on the mediums.
Oh, his car has just spun in AI mode. Luckily, it hasn't retired. Very, very, very lucky that it didn't.
Imagine if
Very,
that car
very,
retired. Oh god.
Yeah, that would have been harsh.
It's a guy called Himla Bra on the stream chat. Saying he loves the stream. Appreciate very much.
Good, that's what we like to hear.
In other
The
words,
5 drivers out of Q2 are SLR Dylan, Paraquicks, Mr. Ryan, VRT Bottas, and Rizelm, whose fastest lap was on the hards. Is interesting. Oh yeah, because he crashed out, didn't he?
also Himla Bra means very good in Swedish. So I wonder if it's a little Swede here, or if it's just a coincidence.
Q3 starts. I believe you can just about scrape 3 runs if you go out straight away. So we might see some cars come out as soon as possible to potentially do that.
So now that everyone knows who the top 10 is, can we get some prediction for pole? Who will get it? It's gonna be Ham, it's gonna be Jam, Freeman, Midse. Miko20 says Ham Jam with an 18.7.
That's a fast lap. Be good to see them down into the mid 18s.
I mean, Smoke promised an 18.6, didn't he, earlier, so... Wasn't an
Yeah, really
18.8.
live up to it.
It was an 1860 promise, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Ranga says my boy Smoke has got this. He's rooting for his Alfa Romeo teammate. Top Gunner thinks Freeman will get the pole. There's a lot of different predictions here, which is very good. Nice to see. Who's first on track then? Is it Ham? Ham Jam, yeah.
Yeah, it's Ham again, yeah. Merckx has joined back. Didn't even realise he'd left.
So there's everyone's not out. We've still Mids is still in the pits for some reason. I'm not sure what he's
He
doing
might
in
just
there.
be taking his time, make sure he has clean air. Although this is the kind of track where you kind of want to be following someone, just to get the toe down the long straights.
We got a Forza Ferrari from Owen Howell, obviously supporting Freeman. And Hamjam has now started his lap, coming into the first chicane. Brakes just after the 150 meter board. He gets that little slight cut, as you should. Brilliantly executed turn 1 and 2 from Hamjam into Curva Grande.
I believe Clock is having some connection issues. Clock, are you there? Oh, I'll carry on with what he was saying as Hamjam comes up to Ascari. Oh, goes a little bit wide at the first point. Oh, are you back?
Yeah, some battery issues. Just
Oh, okay. No worries. Hamjam's just coming up to Parabolica to finish his lap now. Pretty good line through there. He does a 1:19.2. It's not quite as fast as he did in Q1, I believe. Smoke second to cross the line. There's a 1:19.4. Again, not amazing. Jam goes fastest, a 1:19.1.
Fingerboy 19.3, Saxman 19.5. Force India Racing's point with an invalidation. Bess has 19.7. Freeman has an invalidation as well, as it looks like. Yep.
Yep, he's starting another lap now. Ryan Jones next across the line. Goes third with a 19.3. So no one in the 18s just yet, but I'm sure there will be after the second runs. Midzi rounds Parabolica. I believe he's just there. He's just starting a lap now after his delayed exit of the pits.
Nice info for all Ferrari fans. Freeman with a purple first sector. He's coming up, catching a Red Bull now. It's going to be Bessas. Does he move up? Going to move out of the way? Well, might even be giving Freeman a little slipstream out here down to Ascari. See how Freeman's second sector is. That is not purple, at least not according to the track map. It's very nice Ascari though. A bit wide, not invalidated though.
It's away with it.
Only purple at the left. Can he
Oh, Crazy Bear was on a fast lap. He goes fourth.
Here comes Freeman then, up to 7th gear, into 8th. Over the line, it's an 18.9, first one barrier. The 19 barrier, sorry, 18. Don't listen to me. 18.9 it is. Here comes Ryan Jones going to the pits. I expect everyone to do now.
Drivers pitting now.
It's Midzi now starting his lap, is he? No, he isn't.
No,
He's coming into the pits as well. He's gonna have to do his second run without. Shout out to Guy Himla Bra. His game tag is Normal Shark. Seems like he's gonna join the league. Nice to have you been tested, but It's nice to see people. It's nice to see people joining on stream.
As we see, Crazed Bear has pretty much run out of ERS here, but he's on a flying lap. Where is he? Nope, he comes into the pits.
Iceman Liam with some support for his Ferrari boys. In other words, Freeman, who is the only Ferrari left this far, who's coming into the pits. So is Bessas behind him. Everyone getting turned around, getting some fuel, some new tires, and ready for the final run. As Saxman came out of the pits, only car on track at the moment. I suspect he's fueled for 5 laps then, and an out lap, a cool down lap, another fast lap. He definitely has time for it. Smoke says he did his lap on used tires. That's why he's 8/10ths down on the time he promised us. Which I will never
Getting
let
the
go of.
excuses in already.
There's no such thing as used tires though on the second run, because everyone has that set of softs for Q3. Freeman doesn't even know how he did his lap. His own words, not mine.
What do you think the fastest lap will be? Do you reckon we'll see an improvement on Freeman's time, or?
I mean, if someone out of someone, we're definitely going to see an improvement. I discovered myself that you get a 2/10 improvement just by slipstreaming on the first 2 straights, so...
Interesting, yeah. We've just been informed that we are the highest F1 2019 stream, which is great to hear.
Yeah, nice. Sorry to interrupt you, Saxman, with a mistake.
That's all good.
Into turn 1, and luckily you can go again. There's a lot of time left. It's 3 cars out on track. I guess we follow Ham. Just want to start a lap.
Yes. But the problem with was it Saxman just then? He might not have fueled for a second run, and if he hasn't, that will completely screw him over, really.
I guess why would he go out on with 5 minutes left? 5 minutes left otherwise. You never know. Anyway, Ham Jam. Can he beat his brother and Freeman to take pole? Very nice line into first chicane, just as before. Going up for the ERS.
There's one thing I noticed about...
I'm just... Very nice.
One thing I noticed about Div 1 drivers is they tamper with the ERS quite a lot.
When I drive.
Really?
Yeah, the qualifying laps, when you're in 6th gear and higher, overtake mode is actually quicker than hot lap mode.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
I was just seeing Ham go turn 1. He put it down into 3, back up to 5, and then once he had...
Oh, he's fucked up! Oh, yeah, it's off. The tire's off.
Oh, he's out.
He's out. Yeah, it's because it's like with the fuel when you have the ERS that increase the chance of wheel spin. So
yeah,
but you don't want to have it too low either,
okay.
obviously, because then you'll be too slow.
Do you tamper with the fuel mode during?
No, I don't.
Well?
I always keep it on max. It's too much
Yeah.
to think of. And then obviously you're gonna have to sign somewhere to run high for a little bit. For this track I run high between the second chicane and the second lap to have enough ERS for the whole lap. Otherwise you would run out of ERS, as Saxman just did when he moves up into 7th place.
Next across will be Jam Ham. He's just starting out hot lap, sorry? Yeah, it looks like it is. Freeman doing the same. Let's ride on board with Jam Ham for this lap. Sitting in second with a 1:19.1. He's got just over, or exactly a tenth to Freeman's time. With the chicanes, you can always find time in those. Just
You need
purely
to,
because of the kind of the trickiness of them.
yeah, you need to cut them the right way, don't you? You need to put
Yeah.
the front inside wheel over the curb and cut it as much as possible. Ryan Jones with a 19.0 moves up into the front row.
Oh, I missed that on stream, but that is a very fast lap. Putting him just behind Freeman. Gamham goes for a Scary.
Ooh, that's a cut.
Cuts the final part, but he doesn't invalidate.
It did for me.
Oh, did it?
Done for you. That's brilliant. Regardless, the time is out, so we'll see if he can complete it. Midzy has crashed. Scary.
Oh, yeah. Let's run on with smoke. Oh, he's right in the middle of the track.
Oh, look at that!
That's
Freeman
not
with an
good.
18.6.
Oh, Smoke
And
had an extra chicane in his lap, which might hinder his chances of proving himself
he's aborted
correct.
already.
Ah, he has aborted, yeah.
He's...
Bezos will be next across the line.
Oh, Cracebear with an 18.8 as well.
Oh, we've missed that as well. That's a great lap.
Fingerboy,
Freeman with an
19.0.
18.6.
Still Ryan Jones on the lap.
Ryan Jones.
He's aborted. He's aborted.
Yeah. That is our top.
Smoke ran out of fuel. Oh my god.
Oh no.
He ran out of fuel. He pushed it to the limit. It didn't work. Freeman says get in. I can understand why he says that. He starts on the mediums as pole car on the mediums. Although that is the only thing that's bad for him, because he's not gonna be first into turn one. I can bet you that.
Yeah, for sure.
The key for Freeman is to not get damaged. That's his goal for lap 1 and 2. Because if he doesn't, then he's within a great chance to win the race. Just find someone quick and slipstream for the first stint.
Yeah, pretty disappointing in qualifying for the likes of Smoke, Midzy, Hamjam, who crashed out. Yeah, there's some new names kind of in the top 5-ish with Fingerboy, Ryan Jones and Crazed there. Not too often you see them that high up because of the pace of the Hamjam brothers and Midzy and Smoke. It's always good to see a little bit of a mix-up.
Definitely. Sprightly says get in lads, supporting his Ferrari teammate. Mostly cheering him for the Joint Constructors Championship. Where, if people don't know, the winners of the Joint Constructors Championship, so 6 drivers, they get to choose their car for next season. So a nice little bonus if you're the best constructor throughout all 3 divisions. So are we ever gonna move away from the results? I think we've seen them by now.
So the formation lap will start at 8:02 UK times, which is in 4 minutes from now. Which we have this break to give the drivers and the commentators, me and Clock, a break just to get a drink or go to the toilet before the race. Is always nice to have. We'll just wait for the results screen to go, then we will... Oh, I know I will take that break.
Could be. Seems like the lobby's crashed. People are leaving.
Oh no.
Oh, that's just brilliant. At least Fingerboy left.
Yeah, it's migrating host. That means Hamjam must have left. Create a new one.
Oh, that's just brilliant. Yeah, it's gonna be a restart. Thanks to the timer started now.
Yeah.
This game sometimes. This game sometimes.
We got 40 viewers watching right now, watching us have a bit of an issue with the game, just messing up as it tends to do sometimes.
A lot of times.
Yeah, so it's more often than not these days. The kind of overloaded servers due to the lockdown.
Unfortunately. So are you gonna sing for the viewers now, or
I'm not
entertain
gonna
them?
sing. Well, I was hoping you would.
Can we get some Beast Assassin sing?
There will definitely be no singing from my part. While we wait, I'm gonna do a couple laps on time trial. Just to give the viewers something to watch. I'll be using a controller instead though. Whereas I'm normally on a wheel, so if I'm terrible, I'm very sorry. Or should I do it in a classic car? Let's do a classic car.
Let's go the
Let's
Ferrari.
choose.
You just go with Ferrari. It's Monza, isn't it?
Yeah, which Ferrari shall I choose? Let's go with the 1979 Ferrari.
It's driven by Jody Scheckter. Won the championship in it. The last championship-winning Ferrari in the... Is it 20th century? You say? I think.
Yeah,
Or is it-
20th century.
Yeah. That's not the way we say it in Sweden, but that's the way you say it in English. So
How is it said in Sweden? Is it like completely?
we just say the like the 1900s or
Oh,
whatever.
the 1900s. Yeah. I'm not gonna bother with a setup. I'm just gonna go straight out. I think I've pressed go, but nothing's happening. It looks like we'll only have time for one lap as the lobby has been set up.
Come on, a little nice lap on the 1979 Ferrari, the one with probably the car with the worst camera
Oh,
angle
it's-
in the whole game.
Sideways through. Yeah, it's terrible. Sideways through Parabolica.
See if I can have some photo on it. It was driven by Jody Scheckter, and who was his teammate? His teammate was Gilles Villeneuve. Jody Scheckter, from South Africa, is he probably the only African driver to get Formula One championship, I assume. Carter won the Constructors' Championship as well as the Drivers.
I think the lobby's ready. I've crashed anyway. No, I haven't. But I'm going to quit because the lobby is ready.
Did well to keep it on track there.
Oh. Are you in the lobby? Yeah, you're in.
Yeah.
Like, we're just waiting on one more driver to join, then the grid will be sorted.
31 viewers still stick. Thanks to them, the race is up shortly. I'll have another break when they come into the lobby, because obviously they need to put setups on, make sure their strategy is correct. If the top 10 doesn't start on the correct, result in immediate disqualification. Don't you dare call that Ferrari shocking.
It was shocking to drive, but other than that, it looked good and it sounded good. They just... Ooh, I believe that's Ranga says it's a bad driver. Not all of us are good on pads.
Para Quicks says he wants someone to bottle it on lap 17 and cause a safety car. So if any driver want to cause a safety car on lap 17, feel free to do it. I'm not sure that anyone will. Ranga, lol, you're bad. You're getting shots fired by Ranga here. Seems like Beast Assassin is with me. I have to entertain you all myself. Well, Para says all the Americans have one bar on his screen. I can tell you that every single guy in the lobby has one bar on my screen, so...
Better than Klopp's situation. Although, you are not racing, but yeah, it could be worse. They could all be red barring.
Oh, they've gone up now. It's only the Americans for me now. I'm in Para's situation now. It's the Americans and Crazed Bear. Doesn't matter for me though. Just waiting for them to sort out the custom grid.
Yep. Also, Airheaded Freak just to pick his car.
Can we get some predictions then in the chat? Who will win the race?
I think my bets are on Freeman, just because of his starting tyre being the mediums. What's your prediction?
I mean, I'd say Freeman as well, but obviously this one is a hard track to predict. Many tight chicanes, many tricky corners on the first lap. I mean, first of all, to win the race, you have to get through the first couple of laps with a wing.
Yeah, which I struggled to do on Friday night.
Which I am very thankful for.
Yeah, no worries.
Rangerich thinks Mr. Rymel will take this.
Rama, where does he start on the grid? I can't remember.
I'd say he's 8th or 9th, maybe 7th. Crush thinks Smoke's gonna take this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Smoke's 8th, 9th, that kind of area as well.
We'll see if you can tell me who won this race last season.
In Div 1?
Yes.
I'll go with Freeman.
That is wrong.
Who was it?
It was Presto Evans.
Ah.
Obviously not here to defend that victory and and score back-to-back victories. Sorry. Para asks mediums or softs. Well, I'd obviously say mediums, as I explained before. Just don't go the hards. but obviously your choice. Ranga says he can see some carnage happening and Mr. Reimer to go through and take it. Para says okay, hard it is then. Yeah.
Just completely ignore
Lovely.
everything Pop says.
Crush did hard as he said. I think you're the only one who prefers the hard
Yeah, his strategy.
to be honest.
Well, I'm not sure it paid off because of the strategy, but more because of the carnage that just ensued in the
Honestly,
free race.
Honestly, I think Div 3 race yesterday, I think any tire would have mattered at the start because,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, the strategy got pretty screwed by three safety cars and all of so I think it was pretty pointless whatever strategy you chose yesterday. Was a wreckfest, yeah. Orange Crush, indeed it was. It was also the most amazing race I've ever seen.
Yeah, for me that was a race of the season so far for sure. It had everything, safety cars, massive crashes, and who won in the end?
I'm young, you won.
Pretty clean drive from him considering what everything that was happening behind him. Although on the last lap, I think it was coming into or on the exit of turn 5, he actually spun it, but he had a big enough lead to keep it.
Oh, they're starting to ready up now. Neelix says he's not sure about that. Not sure about the Wreckfest or not sure about the best race ever.
Maybe not. He's not sure about Youngie having a clean race.
Even though there's too much going on here. But to be fair though, maybe it wasn't the best race ever if you were driving in it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure to driving it was horrible.
Ooh, the Renault is standing still. It's come off now. It was Fingerboy, I think. No, it was It was Jamham. It was Jamham.
What was it?
It was Fingerboy.
Yeah, it was Fingerboy.
Oh. I guess we'll take this opportunity to run through the grid. I'll do that actually, because then you can go with the cars.
Okay. Oh, did you say me do it? Okay. Yeah. So Freeman we got starting on pole, followed by Craze Bear, Ryan Jones, Fingerboy, then his teammate Jam Ham, then his brother Ham Jam. Then we got Saxman in 7th, Smoke in 8th, Bezza's 9th, Midzy 10th, SLR Dylan in 11th, Paraquix 12th, Mr. Reimer 13th, followed by Bottas, Rizeln and JH. And 17th is Sadzia Gregory, Motion Hazard, Airheaded Freak, and then ARL Mercs, who had a very unfortunate crash in qualifying.
That is the grid.
That's the starting order.
SLR Stevo has now joined the stream. Perfect timing to see the race. Ranga's getting excited as usual when Steve was here. He also want to see the tires.
Yep, that's fine. Forgot to activate all of that stuff.
Gotta do that now before the start goes.
Yep, I've done it now.
Watching the bottom 10, we have Dylan on the softs, Para and Reimer on the mediums, Bottas on the softs, Rizel, JH, Gregory, Hassa on the mediums, Airhead Freak on the softs, and Mercs on the...
There's a Mercedes falling quite far back from the rest of the pack.
It's gonna be Mr. Reimer.
Yeah. Right, let's see if I can find a good camera angle for the start. I'll wait till the lights actually come on.
We'll see when they come on. There we go. Can we have any lights? No?
There's not really a good angle.
There we go, one light.
Ah, this one,
two,
there we go.
3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go. Freeman. Can he get
Not the
away
best start
well
from
on
Smoke
the
near the
mediums?
front.
We have Grace Bear chasing Freeman into turn 1 in his racing point. We have a Williams going well as well. We have the racing point side by side with Freeman. Grace Bear seems to go through. Gets the inside for the other chicane. Freeman goes round the outside and keep lead. Well driving from Freeman there. It's also two Renaults going side by side behind them. Ryan Jones is attacking Grace Bear, who's chasing Freeman again into the other chicane. Can Freeman keep the position? It seems like he can. Jam Ham has passed his teammate of Fingerboy as well. Seems like it's a very clean start. There's someone going off on the side, cutting the corner, coming back. No time penalty, so we seem to have handled that very well. Ryan Jones very close to XR Crazed Bear in 3rd place. That was first lap, wasn't it?
Yeah, very. Oh, there has been a crash. It's the Mercedes of Mr. Ryan. I think, did he keep it out of the barrier? I'm not sure. Looks like Merckx and JH may have been caught up in it as well. In fact, I think Merckx has gone straight into the car while it was in the middle of the track.
Sorry to interrupt you, but here comes Crazed Bear around the outside of Freeman into Parabolica. Is that going to work? No, it isn't. He slots it. Tries to get the ERS up into overtake mode, and he's going to have a run now. Not even ERS yet. Here comes the racing points of XR Crazed Bear. Trying to overtake SLR Freeman, who seems to have superior straight line speed.
He's gone for it, around the outside into 1.
That going to work.
Looks like he's got it done.
Well done, nice racing there, and Freeman's going to be on the
Clean
front
move.
now from Ryan Jones. Or can he slipstream Crazed Bear and have another go into the next chicane?
Freeman looks like he's going to go for the inside. No, he backs out.
The Renaults are battling as well. Jam Ham stays in front of Fingerboy. This looks absolutely brilliant for Freeman now. He can sit behind Crazed Bear, who needs to keep the DRS with yellow flags.
In yellow too. It's Bottas who has spun. What happened there?
You said there's a sector flag in yellow too.
Did I actually? Oh no.
Oh god. Freeman seems to be losing touch with Crazed Bear though. The DRS is not activated yet, and he's already a second off. Ryan Jones is only 3/10 behind Freeman. DRS is going to come into play now when they start lap 3. God.
They won't have it on this straight though, will they? Yeah.
No, they won't.
It'll be in the next time they come around.
Here comes Ryan Jones.
Ryan Jones looks to the outside.
Up the inside?
Oh, inside, sorry. Opts to not. Oh, Bezos went straight on.
Steve, this is great to hear me on comms. Yeah, it's great to be here, Steve-O. That's Ryan Jones.
See Crazed Bear pulling already a 1.5 second gap.
Yeah,
to Freeman.
Dylan goes straight on the chicane. Loses his place to Bezos. Paraquix is working in the stream chat and driving at the same time. I'm very impressed by that. Ryan Jones now up the inside of Freeman into Ascari. He's taken 2nd place, and now Freeman, it's lap 3. You need to stick within the DRS of Ryan Jones. This is where the strategy comes into place for you. You're on the mediums. You just stick with him, you're in a very good position.
I think where Freeman's kind of held the likes of Ryan Jones, Jam Ham and Fingerboy up a bit, it's given Crazed Bear that big advantage out front.
It's very similar to what happened in the 2.
Jam Ham is right on the back of Freeman, takes the inside line. Always come deep, gets it done, just about misses Ryan Jones.
Oh, this is a bad run for Freeman. It's going to give an opportunity to both Jam Ham and Fingerboy. Jam, I mean.
Yep,
confuses them both.
Freeman's keeping it there.
Here comes Fingerboy as well. This is going to be tight. This is going to be 3 wide. He's going to go side by side with a Renault, and the Renault spins.
There's been a crash. Oh, the Renault of Fingerboy.
Our the Freak has crashed as well, and so has Bottas. 3 crashes. at the same time there. That's the word I'm looking for. Key for
Three
Freeman
crashes
now
at
is
the
to
same
stay
time.
calm.
I
Mids
didn't
is
even
chasing
catch
him
one on
now.
the stream.
Into Scarry, no, not a move into there. Freeman's lost the DRS to Ham Jam as well. He's
I'm sure Freeman
hurt.
won't mind losing a few positions. He'll
Yeah,
win the
yeah.
bust the tyres at the end of the race.
Exactly, it's
As
hurting him now.
Bottas retires from the pit lane.
It's hurting him
Not
now,
great.
but the softs are gonna go up in 2 to 3 laps, aren't they?
Yeah, that is true.
Comes
He'll
Saxman
be
and
able to keep
Midse.
with the other drivers, isn't he?
Midse only on 20% DRS. Freeman on 6% DRS.
Mizzy down the inside of Freeman. Freeman
Ooh,
keeps
Freeman,
it tucked
oh.
in. Just a little bit of wheel banging. Could have been a lot worse. But they're still side by side going through Curva Grande.
And the
Mizzy
Saxman
keeps
in the
the
Mercedes
outs- or the
looks to
inside.
be involved.
Just rounding outside of Freeman. Freeman keeps it. Good clean driving from both.
Have to say, it's driving so far in the whole race. Very good racing.
So the biggest gainers so far, Midzy up 5. We got Motion Hazard up 6. And also Merckx up 6. And the biggest losers will be Freeman, who's gone down 5, but his strategy will probably correct that later in the race. As well as Fingerboy going backwards 12 positions from the start.
Ooh, it's a crash, Dylan.
Dylan,
Score.
yeah, as you can see, he's in the wall.
First, the Scar
Not
victim
ideal
of
for
the
him.
race. Virtual safety car will help Freeman over the straight, as I think we're coming into the window where the mediums start to become about the same pace as the
Will we
softs.
see some pit stops? We have LP Smoke and Bezzers pitting.
Question is, what tire will they go on? It's a bit early for mediums, isn't it? Or can they last this long?
Bezzers goes to the mediums by the looks of it. Let me get the tyres up. Yep, Bezzers goes onto mediums, Smoke onto hards, so they both opt for different tyres.
That obviously shows that it's right on the edge if the medium's gonna complete the race distance or not. Bessa's not best. Yeah. Sorry, Bessa's taking a bit more of a gamble than Smoke does. As the VSC goes off and Midse is 3 seconds behind Ham Jam. Freeman is within the DRS of Midse. He has his wing open. We have Jam Ham only 3 tenths behind Ryan Jones. Could we see a move shaping up on the main straight?
Yep, we'll go on board with Jam Ham for now.
Going through Parabolica now up to high ERS mode into hot lap. Back to overtake. I think this is going to be an overtake from Jam Ham.
Yep, he's going to have it done very early in the straight. Comfy, is it comfy? Yeah, we'll go with that. Comfy overtake. Pretty simple. Makes the chicane perfectly. Mr. Reimer pretty close on the back of Merckx. Is he going to look for a move? Nope, he opts not to as well.
I can see this race shaping very similar to the Div 2 race with myself being Freeman at this time, around the same position, around the same gaps.
How far did you win by on Friday?
I won by I think a second in the end, a second and a half ahead of Top Gunner. I think I was 6 seconds behind him when he went into the pits. Ish.
It just shows the pace the softs have at the end against the
Freeman
warm
sliding
mediums.
out of a scar. Sorry. Saxman very him now. Merckx and Reimer is also very close to Gregory.
Airheaded Freak picks up the first penalty I've seen be given so far.
Here comes Saxman.
Makes a pretty simple move around the inside, but Freeman comes
does
back at
he?
him. Like I say, a good bit of defending from Freeman.
Yeah, it's starting to come into the time where the softs start to go off now, isn't it? The pit window is lap 10, is it? 11?
Yeah, 10 or 11.
As Merckx is passing Gregory.
Oh, let's go back to that. Where's that? Oh, he's already done it.
Reimer's just behind them, and Gregory.
Oh, Gregory
the corner.
cuts the corner.
Ryan Jones has lost the DRS to Jamham. Jamham seems to be catching Crazy Bear up front. The only one battling now is Saxman and Freeman. Mid-C has caught up to Hamjam actually, and then we have the
we
battle
could
for
see
10th.
him move into turn
Ooh,
1.
Gregory with a mid! Being off, comes back to the track and Reimer hits him, and that's wing damage for Mr. Reimer, and that's Ranga's bet for Reimer to win is screwed now, I think.
We'll go back to Midzi, who's just gone past Hamjam. And again, a simple move, DRS. He's passed him way before the corner. And Mr. Reimer, just to top it off, speeds in the pit lane, giving himself a 5-second penalty.
We're just waiting for the pit stops now, aren't we? Who's... think Jamham, Jones, Midzi, Hamjam, who's gonna do the undercut? How early do they dare to be? Think anyone's gonna come in now, lap 9? Or is it too early? That is the question. Hamjam sticks behind Midzi within the DRS. Cuts the corner a bit at the end of Ascari.
This is shaping up to most likely be a move into turn 1, getting his position back from last lap.
Same thing is happening 2 seconds down the track with Saxman and Freeman.
He'll be right on the back of him, but we'll go on board with Hamjam for now, who looks to be a bit too far back. He'll be able to regain his position, whereas Saxman is definitely a lot closer. Goes to the outside. Freeman goes inside, keeps his position pretty well. Another good piece of defending. As Sazia Gregory is pretty close to the back of Fingerboy. Will he be close enough for a move? Looks to the outside. Nah, Fingerboy puts his car exactly where it needs to be.
I mean, it's very interesting now seeing where everyone's gonna come out. If the people on the softs go for undercut now, they're gonna come out right in the middle of it, and there's a lot of drivers on the mediums that they will have to pass, and possibly losing time in traffic. Obviously, when everyone pits, Freeman's gonna have clean air to do the most he can, as Saxman has lost DRS behind him, so it's only Gregory, Besses and Hamjam now within DRS of the car in front, as Saxman does a mistake in Ascari, losing even more time.
ARL Merckx, I'm guessing, disconnects from the session from 10th place. Which is not something we like to see.
We have Jamham undercutting now, same as Ryan Jones.
Oh, Gregory's in the wall after Ascari. I didn't see exactly what happened, but he's
Safety car.
He had an off. And a safety car is coming out.
Wow. Oh, this Ryan Jones and Jamham in the pits. Let's see if... But the Crazy Bear isn't behind the safety car, so they're gonna have to run for behind the Delta, aren't they? So Jamham and Ryan Jones isn't gonna gain anything. Yeah, they aren't gonna gain anything. Everyone can go at the same speed. It's just at the Delta speed.
Oh, Smoke picks up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well.
But this is just what Freeman didn't want to happen. Because everyone on soft can pit now, and Freeman is... basically, his strategy is out the window. He probably needs to pit for the hards. I
Do you think
can't
so?
see. I mean, what can he do? He's gonna lose 20 seconds if he to everyone if he doesn't pit now. With the field being, it's a tricky one. It's a very tricky one. Personally, I think I would be pitting for the hards. The soft can't make it, and
Would maybe think just to stay out and then just continue with his strategy? Or do you
I mean,
think going onto hards
it
would
could,
be
but
faster?
I mean, obviously everyone else is gonna pit now. So if you stay out, you're gonna lose 20 seconds to everyone. But it's at the same time the hards. You're gonna be on the worst tire again. So
He is coming in.
none of the strategy go to is the optimal one. I mean, the strategy situation for Freeman went from brilliant to absolutely awful, and he is going to the hards.
So yeah, he was alright. It's not the optimal strategy, but he's had to make do with that because of the safety car.
Yeah, the chance is out the window now. Gregory destroyed the race for Freeman, I think.
Yeah, definitely seems that way.
As
And now we'll see
Ham
the
and
likes of guys who
Go on.
were leading have a much better chance at actually winning the race rather than having Freeman coming back through the field. Has Rizal just put softs on? He has. That's an interesting strategy. What do you make of that one, Clock?
That is wrong, but obviously I'm not an expert, but obviously we'll have to pit again because the soft's not gonna make 16 laps, 15 laps. So yeah, I don't think that's the right strategy, but you never know. There's a couple laps under the safety car. If he's gentle to the tires in the traction zones, maybe he can pull it off. That'd be very impressive if he does.
Oh, there's what is it? 15 laps from now. They do make about 11 or 12. He will, as you say, he will have to be very careful.
I mean, it's the rear tires that are the issue here. The fronts are there's no problem, but it's the rears. There's so many traction zones from low speed. It needs to be very gentle. Obviously, with the nature of this track, it's so easy to race each other. I mean, people's always gonna come into DRS and line up overtakes, and when that's happening, you don't think of saving tires when you're side by side with someone or have to race someone out in the traction zone. Doubt it's gonna work for him, but you never know. At least the safety car.
In the chat, Sprightly says softs ? So he's obviously thinking the same as us. Crispy says just go about 15 laps last night. So it could definitely be possible. Crush said 15 should make it.
I mean, the difference between the two strategies here. I mean, mediums is obviously optimal one, but if we compare softs and hards, I mean, the hards, they will be slower through the whole stint probably, apart from at the end, but you can always push them. The soft, you can't push them at any point really, because if you push them, they're gonna run out of life towards the end, and you're gonna be within the massive risk of having a puncture. Got a question? Who's your predicted winner? Or our predicted winner? I think Jamham's gonna take this. Looked like he had some pretty nice pace, and now the lead is cut down.
I think it'll come down to this restart. If Crazed Bear gets a good restart, I can see him taking it. But if not, my bet would be on Ryan Jones for this one. Maybe a bit of a dark horse.
Big shame for JH, who hasn't been able to catch up with the pack.
Oh, yeah,
anyway,
the car is in
he
this
goes
lap
now.
looks of it. As
Yeah,
Crazed Bear goes
Bear,
for it,
yeah,
does he?
exactly.
Yep, he's gone.
Bad restart.
Jam is right with him.
Jam is, yeah. It was very, very nicely done by Jamham, very badly done by Crazed Bear. Merckx has lost a lot of positions as well.
Crazed Bear's lagging a bit on my screen.
Yeah, they're inside each other.
They're inside, yeah.
It's an interesting move. There wasn't much racing there. Even though we have ghosting off, but let's see if Kreisberg can come back and jam Ham into turn 4-5, the chicane. He goes up the
Up the
inside.
inside.
Jam Ham holds around the outside, gets the inside from second one. Better exit though for Kreisberg. Gonna go up the inside in Lesmos. Yes, he is.
Sends
He's a
it.
little bit back though.
He's on the grass
it's not
though.
gonna work. It's not gonna work. No, he's not gonna have DRS. It's 3 laps now because of the safety car. Ryan Jones is closely following behind. So is Mid-C. Everyone's keeping within
Rizal is
DRS
right
distance.
on the back of Motion Hazard. Going around the outside, going into Ascari. If he pulls this off, this will be a great move. But opts not to, which is probably the smarter decision with the long straight coming up. But he should easily be able to make that move happen.
Kreisberg behind Jam Ham. Can he lock that move into so being very clear that he looks to take a place on the podium. Here comes Kreisberg, he's gonna race him. He's gonna race him into turn 1, round the outside of Jam Ham, gets the move done before turn 1, into the lead again. This could be a very interesting final 12 laps.
Freak picks up a penalty.
Jam Ham not close enough to make a move. Fingerboy passing Hassa. Hassa coming back at them. It's good racing here between the Renault and the McLaren. Side by side out of the chicane. Coming into Lesmo 1. Fingerboy on the outside.
On the outside goes the Renault. Holds it well. As in chat, Ranga says Jam loves a safety car. Crispy agrees with him. He definitely does.
Kreisberg's opened up a little bit of gap now to Jam Ham. So is Jam Ham to Ryan. Ham is very closely following Mid-C.
Got Freeman right behind him as well. Not as close as he is to Midzi though.
Not close enough, he's in 0 DRS mode, but we have the DRS enabled now, and well done to Kreisberg, who's broken the DRS barrier. Jam Ham is 1.1 second behind him, and this is race crucial, isn't it? Jam Ham's going to be caught up in a DRS
as
train with
Mr.
Ryan
Reimer
and
goes
Mid-C.
straight on and picks up a 5-second penalty, even though he's further back than he was. Bit of an unfortunate one, but sometimes happens. What's going on here? Mr. Reimer, or Smoke up the inside, sorry. Good move from him. Also, air-headed Freak passes Motion Hazard going up towards the first Lesmo.
And Motion Hazard seems to be suffering by those hards. Freeman seems to be doing much better than how on the hards as Ham Jam goes off the track. No, he isn't. That was just a little lag on my screen. Brilliant.
Rizal on those softs, gaining on Saxman very quickly. Saxman lets him through? No, he doesn't. What's happening there?
Rizal's gonna have him now. Much better exit. Taking the wide line.
Saxman wanted to be behind him at the DRS detection zone so that he'd have DRS on this long straight. But Rizal,
I mean, it's pretty.
understood what he was doing.
If I was Saxman, I would want to be behind him for the moment. I mean, he can catch up to Freeman on those softs, and you can follow him in the DRS and be in the battle in front. And then when his softs go off, you can overtake him again.
Motion Hazard gets back past Smoke. And Craze there, the race leader, picks up a 3-second penalty.
And Jam Ham is back within DRS now. Almost a fatal mistake for Kreisberg. It's such a DRS right now. Rizal has caught up to Freeman.
Yeah, we're going to see the Ferraris going at it, most likely on the main straight.
Is
What do you
Freeman
think
gonna let him
Freeman will
through?
do here? Do you think he'll?
He's
yeah,
gonna
do
let
you
him
think he'll
through.
let him through.
Yeah,
Looks like
he's
he
going
is,
to.
yeah. Doing what you said earlier and just like kind of DRS training him. In
Yeah,
order to
I
catch
think.
up to the.
Yeah,
like,
Rizal's
the
gonna have to
Fangio.
let Freeman go through again later on in the race. I think this is the
Yeah.
best way for the Ferraris to do the race. Let Rizal carry Freeman up to Ham. Sorry, Ham Jam. They need to change their names. I can't stand them.
Smoke not quite close enough for a move on motion hazard. Mr. Reimer also not quite close enough. Oh, he goes deep though.
More Dead Pony Club thinks Midsi will win. Quite
Lindsay
possible.
Has a
I mean, judging by the gaps, it's very much possible. But it's just, I mean, the top 7 is just a DRS train now. It needs to be triggered by Jamham and Kreisberg, that Jamham gets to run on Kreisberg so they can race a bit, and that's when everything's gonna kick off. Because right now, everyone's just DRSing and slipstreaming each other, so no one can make a move on anyone. It's just Jamham who's gonna have the upper hand on Kreisberg, but he doesn't seem to be able to get the exits he needs out of Parabolica.
Saxman picks up a 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits. And Motion Hazard loses out 2 positions. He's gone straight on by the looks of it through Ascari, giving LP Smoke and Mr. Reimer an extra position. Smoke takes to the inside of Mr. Reimer, going towards Parabolica. But he holds the outside line. That's a great bit of defending from Mr. Reimer there, but Smoke, does he have DRS? He does, and he'll hit him right now.
Wonder if Rizal could spice this battle up a bit with his softs. He's gonna have superior grip to Hamjam. Maybe he can.
Although they will start dropping off, and he only has 5% ERS remaining. Well, that's just
Everyone is very low. It's just Ryan Jones.
Oh, really?
He's on 50. Everyone else is around 30.
Wow.
Just Ryan
Done
Jones
very well
doing
to keep it that high.
Yeah, you need to go 0% through between the second chicane and the last mouse, and then you need to just try and find a place where you can save as well. You can't go. I mean, obviously Jamham, he's going 0% on all the straights now in the slipstream behind Kreisberg and the DRS. That's why it's not getting up to overtake him. It seems like he's pretty happy by being second for the moment.
Yeah.
But he can't stay there for too long because I mean, Ryan Jones is very close to him now. The gap seems to be coming down. Hamjam is
and
super
Brazil
close.
right behind Midzi.
Surely someone's gonna make a move on this lap.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Here comes
Brazil's the
Hamjam.
closest.
No, not.
Oh no,
It's
Jam
Jamham.
for the lead.
I can't say their names. I don't know why. I keep confusing them.
Bezos passes back Saxman in the background there into turn 1. But in the top, what is this, 7? There's no movers that lap.
Just Rizal super close to Hamjam. He's almost pushing him into the chicane.
The problem here is he's on those softs, but they are gonna wear out very quickly at the pace he's going.
I mean, if he's gonna help
behind other cars.
Yeah, if he's gonna help Freeman now, he needs to overtake Hamjam and put him into the likes of Freeman. I think Jamham is shaping up a move pretty soon on Kreisberg now. Ryan Jones and Midzi only 3 tenths behind as well. At once. Trying to position himself now. It's a 7-car battle for the win at the moment.
Midzi's exit from Parabolica looked pretty good there. It's right for Ryan Jones. Again, Jamham closing fast on Crazed there. Not enough.
He's in 0 ERS mode. He's not trying yet. Wonder if he's just waiting and is gonna pass him on the last lap. With because whenever he goes up into overtake mode, he's gonna pass him. He just chucks it down to 0%, 0 ERS mode, and then he's not passing. Could he be that cheeky to to wait for the last lap and not give
I
Kreisberg
think
a
that would
chance
be
to.
a bit of a risky strategy.
Could be, but it
Although,
could.
yeah,
I
as you
mean,
say, you don't want him to come back at you.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it could. It's. I mean, it's assuming that you make no mistake. And that the cars behind you doesn't make a move on you. So it's a bit of a risky strategy. But at the moment, it seems like it could work if that is what he's thinking. I mean, he can't afford to make a single mistake. Because then Ryan Jones is gonna pass him. He can't afford to brake a little bit too late into chicane, because then he could hit Kreisberg. So
Yeah. Again, the
Steve,
top 7 separated by 2 seconds, maybe 2.5. It's still very close.
look at him, 0% DRS modes. Ryan Jones can't catch him because he's in the slipstream and the DRS is open.
And right on the back of Midsy, but still not close enough to pass. Rizal maybe losing a little bit of time on those pretty worn soft tyres.
Amico, you could
In
have a
fact, he's
point there.
definitely losing out.
Jam will know that Kreisberg has a slice through. I forgot that.
Yeah, he will.
Maybe it's just not risking racing him then. Just.
But then you've got, if Ryan Jones starts pushing, he'll have to push and try and pass him.
Obviously, Steve-O says he'll have to check with Jeff.
Yeah.
I think he has.
Did Rizal maybe give Freeman the position back there?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Seemed like it at least. I think Rizal's tires have gone off now, so strategy didn't really work out for Rizal. He couldn't make the move. This Jam is super close now to Kreisberg. I wonder if he's gonna make a move. He goes down to 0%
He is in
DRS.
overtake mode. Oh, he's on overtake on my screen.
He's going for it now. He's done it.
Yep, pretty.
Oh,
simple move
is
through
it
there.
Little touch there from Kreisberg.
Yeah.
Jam sliding a
No
little
damage.
bit. Was fine. Kreisberg coming back at him now, though, possibly.
Just
And
not
this
quite
is-
close enough.
This is going to be a crucial point for Ryan Jones now. If he want to win the race, he needs to pass Kreisberg.
Oh, look at Ryan Jones's ERS. He's on 95.
Yeah, he's
Definitely
doing
save him for a late push.
he's doing a brilliant job. I mean, as long as he was behind Jamham, he was obviously going 0% DRS a lot of the time. It's the time he needs to use his DRS. He needs to get past Kreisberg if he wants to win the race. Kreisberg has a penalty, so he isn't in the concession for the win. I don't think Kreisberg's
Do you
giving
think,
up though.
Do you think Ryan Jones knows about Kreisberg's penalty? Because obviously he's only just. Kreisberg's only just been overtaken by. Oh, as Hamjam's on the inside of Midsy. Doesn't quite pull it off. But as I was saying, Ryan Jones might not know Kreisberg has a penalty.
That's very true. It doesn't matter now because Kreisberg is lining up a move on Jamham. Can he miss?
Freeman on Hamjam. Freeman on.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a bit
massive
late.
cut. That was definitely a warning there for Freeman.
Yeah. Just about keeps it out of the other cars.
Smoke passing Reimer.
Where was that? Into turn 1. Doesn't get the
Yeah,
best
racing a
exit
lot
by the looks
now.
of it. As Mr. Reimer comes back at him through Curva Grande. Freeman's just past Jam. Or Hamjam, sorry.
Well done by Freeman. Keeping the pace on the
Smoke and
hards. But I
Reimer still
think
battling. Oh, Reimer's just pushed Smoke into the gravel there. And he loses out to Airheaded Freak as well. And Airheaded Freak round the outside of Mr. Reimer. Great move. They're all battling maybe for that last points position. If there's a mistake up ahead later in the race. Smoke comes back at Mr. Reimer.
we've got Scott supporting Freeman and the
Oh,
Ferrari
Smoke
lads.
just got a bit boxed in there. And Mr. Reimer takes the lead of that little freeway battle.
It looks like Rizal hit Hamjam into Parabolica. Doesn't look like he has any damage, so I think it's fine. He's lining up a move now though for 6th place. Around the outside, could the Ferrari pull it off? Gets slipstream from Freeman. Brakes about the same time as the Haas. Side by side, nice racing. Side by side on the exit as well. It's gonna go through Curva Grande. No, they aren't. Better traction there from Brissell. Although I think he needs to start being careful about his
All is a
tires.
battle for the lead. Craze Bear, the inside line. Wait, did Craze Bear just overtake him? Because Jamham's back in third now. We must have missed it.
Yeah,
Or at least I missed it.
I did as well. I was watching Brissell a bit more, but that's what it is when it's going live. We'll see Jamham now. Is he lining up a move on Ryan Jones? Because this is effectively the battle from the lead now between Ryan Jones and Jamham. Yellow flag in second
There's a
two.
yellow
Nice.
flag.
Reimer's gone off.
he's had a little spin.
Ham Jam.
He-
Ham Jam
Brazil
passing
dropping back.
Resell as well.
Hamjam takes the position.
Oh, Jamham is very close. 2 points for the effective lead ERS, but that is
Ryan Jones
exactly
still
the
has
thing that Ryan
70%.
Jones have. Yeah, he's just caught straight back up to Trace Bear. Jam having the better line through the chicane though, with a slight cut on the first part of it.
Oh, Freeman's got a good run on Midzi through the Curva Grande. Coming up to turn 4. Holds the inside line. Keeps it.
Ooh.
Oh, goes over the big curb and picks up a penalty.
Oh, it's Rizal on the inside
Rizal's
of
up the inside of
Mitzis.
Mitzi.
Yeah.
Gets
He
that
passed
job
him.
done as well.
Ooh, he's spun! That's wing damage.
Oh, he
It's
spun.
off. Lucky he has little tires left, but that is Rizal with no points in this race.
It's a big shame. As Mr. Ryamar, what's happened to him?
Side
Oh,
of
he's
the
in the
pits.
pit lane and he's retired.
Well, Smooth to change the softs. He's going to do the fastest lap. But look at Jamham. He's so close to Ryan Jones now. The problem is he only has 4% ERS. Ryan Jones has 60% ERS. How are you going to pass him, Jamham? It's not going to work. Ryan Jones has DRS from Craisper as well. It's so good this for Ryan Jones. He can just
Yeah,
keep the
it's a
slipstream and the
perfect
DRS
performance.
as
And speaking of
Craisper
good
starts the final
performances,
laps.
Can we get a vote for the driver of the day in the stream chat? As that is how we decide the driver of the day for each race. As Midzi goes up past Hamjam. Missed that on the stream. It was into turn 1. It seemed like it was in the braking zone.
I'm only watching the lead now. I don't. Ryan Jones has any thoughts of passing Craisper. He knows he's gonna win anyway, unless Ryan Jones has any penalties. But I don't think. Jamham though wants Ryan Jones. He's saved the ERS now. He has 20%. It's enough to come down to a score within the ERS and the DRS. He's very close to Ryan Jones now. Could we get back for the second place, but the effective lead? No, the Williams seems to have very superior straight line speed, and he's gonna shape a move. No, he's not. His brakes early. Not going past the racing point. He isn't interested in racing him.
Jamham is going to have to use as much ERS as he can.
Yeah,
he's going to run out way
it's
before
not
Ryan
enough.
Jones does with 50%. It's 57% still.
It's not enough ERS. That's the racing point of Race Bear comes round. Parabolic at the final turn. Jamham
Ham has just passed
Mitzi.
Midzi.
Here comes the racing point. And it's the Williams
Craze
of
Bear
Ryan
down into
Jones that
third.
wins the Italian Grand Prix here at Monza. We have
Midzi
Craze
comes
Bear
up to
demoted.
third.
He's off the podium. Freeman only 2 tenths off 4th place. We got 1 vote for Ham. We got 2 votes for Ryan Jones. Ham has ended up in
I'll add my
7th
vote
place.
to Ryan Jones.
Ryan Jones with a perfectly
Yep.
executed final lap there.
Rizal
Knowing the
after
penalty
his spin late
situation.
on.
And
Comes home 11th, just missing out on the points.
yeah, we've got even more votes for Ryan now. He's won the driver of the day. With your vote, he's on
Motion
6,
has
so...
an air-headed freak.
Oh.
JH comes across, goes ahead of air-headed freak, but no points awarded. And Smoke, probably trying to set the fastest lap, does so as well, taking points away from whoever had it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh, there was a
Ryan, driver of the day, perfectly executed race. Best, I mean, hands down the best one in managing ERS, and that's what he won the race on at the end. Jamham couldn't pass him because he didn't have any ERS, and that's what Ryan Jones had. And perfect the final lap there, which knowing the penalties Grace Berhar, he had no intentions to race him, just wanted to stay ahead of Renault. Well done to Ryan Jones. Big shame for Freeman this though. It's a race of what could have been. Stuck in 5th place.
So the top 10 are Ryan Jones, who's been given driver of the day as well. Jamham Midzi coming from 10th to 3rd. Pretty good race from him. Crazy Bear 4th, 5th Demon, then Fingerboy, Ham Jam, Paraquix, Bezos, and Saxman. So yeah, pretty entertaining race. Lots of on-track battles. Strategy coming into play as well with the safety car.
Also seeing that Freeman has a 3-second time penalty. If he wouldn't have had that, he would have been 3rd, so...
Wow. That's a shame for him. Would have been a good recovery drive if he managed to get the 3rd.
Yeah, obviously it's even worse for Chris Burdo losing the win. He ended up having 2 penalties at the end though, so...
Forgot who the podium was. We've got to get those in, haven't we? For an interview.
Yes, I'll see. Jamham was one of them. I'll invite him.
Yep, Jamham.
See if we can find the other ones. Seems
Who
I've left
was 3rd? It was Midzi, right?
Yeah. One did Ryan Jones, and he is there. Is all the drivers in? No, we're missing...
Just Midzi.
Midzi.
Here he is.
Brilliant.
I'll let you kick off the interviews. Make sure you've ticked your boxes, guys.
Yeah, we'll start with 3rd place. With Midzi in the Toro Rosso. Have you ticked your box, mate?
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. So what is there to say? Bad quality, I think. It's ended up in 10th, but well executed race and taking a podium on penalty. Just take us through that.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, pretty hectic race to be honest. Just a lot of DRS trains. I've obviously screwed up quali, and wasn't feeling too confident around Italy as it is anyway. So yeah, had a good start. Yeah, I was feeling pretty decent halfway through the race, and then obviously had the safety car. Then from then it was just a DRS train. I tried getting close to Ryan, but I just couldn't get close enough to him. And then Freeman made a move on me in the last few laps, and he made a mistake, and I got a bit of wing damage going into the back of him. I was pretty lucky to get 3rd. Obviously not having penalties, but that still was pretty lucky because he dropped off quite a bit at the end. But yeah, well done to Ryan as well, 1st win. Really happy for him because he's been trying a lot to get a win lately. He's been getting unlucky, so well done to Ryan, and obviously well done to James as well.
Yeah, it's obviously the penalties is a very big factor in the game, and Chris Burr is the prime example of that, losing 1st and the podium as a whole as well. But well done to you, Midzi.
Thank you.
And congratulations to 3rd place. Are you doing Jam then Beast?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll move on to Jamham, 2nd place. Maybe not the qualifying you was hoping for, but you brought it back in the race, coming 2nd. Using the safety car to your advantage once again, but definitely using it well. Yeah, talk us through it, I guess.
Yeah, qualifying was a bit disappointing, being down in 5th. I just couldn't get a lap together really the whole session. but I knew my race pace was good, and yeah, I got myself into a good position. And obviously with the safety car, it was a few laps after I knew that Crazy Bear had a penalty. So I was just trying to stick behind him, but then I think he used to pull his ERS or something because he was really slow on the straight. And then, yeah, his lag, I feel, sort of cost me a win a bit because I lost a lot of time and that's how Ryan got past me. But that's just one of them things. Ryan drove a really good race and I think he deserves a first win. Finally, he's been trying a long time, so got to say well done to him and well done to Mitzi as well.
Good stuff. Over to you, Cock. The last one.
Yeah, Ryan, are you there?
Yep.
Brilliant! Congratulations to your first SLR victory, joining a lot of drivers in the Hall of Fame and the race winners. Also, congratulations moving up to 4th in the Drivers' Championship. But that's not the point now. The point is that you won the Italian Grand Prix, and just bring us through those last. The first part of the race isn't very interesting, is it? It's the final laps after the safety car. That's the side of the whole thing. Just take us through them.
But yeah, it was. I was pretty happy. First of all, I was pretty happy with qualifying to get P3. I know a few people crashed out, so that went my way. And then, yeah, the first half of the race was a bit challenging. Jam got past me, and I struggled to stay within his DRS. But then he was catching Crazy Bear all the time, and then the safety car came out right as me and him boxed for mediums. So that brought it all back together. And then, yeah, from there it was literally just a typical DRS train, kind of what you expect around a track like Italy. I was aware that Crazy Bear had the penalty, so I knew as long as I just kept it clean with track limits, it would at least be guaranteed P2. And then obviously I see in front of me, I think it was on the second to last lap or something like that, Jamham goes for a move. One of them went for a move, and Jamham, I think he was in the gravel or something, and I just saw the gap and went for it. I managed to get ahead of him. And then those last 2 laps, I was just like, alright, I know I can win this race now. All I've got to do, get no penalties, and just obviously keep within 3 seconds of Crazy Bear, which is fairly easy around here when you have DRS and slipstream. So, yeah, and then got the job done. So yeah, first ever win in any league race. So yeah, I'm happy about that one. I would have liked to have won it on track, as in cross the line first, but you know, a win's a win.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm very proud to say that SLR is giving you the first win then, or well, you've taken the first win, I shall say. But
thank you.
We were talking about the stream, at least I was, about how well you executed that final lap. I mean, seeing you stay in the slipstream and of Crazy Bear, knowing that you don't need to pass him, you don't even need to try to overtake him. I saw you coming into Ascari. You had obviously had the overspeed on him, and you could have definitely gone for a move, but it would have been very risky. It was very nice to see someone racing with his brain rather than whatever.
Yeah, when you're in that position, you have to be a bit smart about it. Obviously, there was a few opportunities where I think I could have gone for a move, but I mean, when it's the win's basically handed to you already, so I just didn't feel the need to. And I was easily sticking with him those last 2 laps, so it wasn't really a big deal. But yeah, it is what it is.
Obviously, the best way to keep Jam behind must be to have DRS and slipstream yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, congratulations to your first win. I'm sure there's more to come.
Cheers.
Well, that has been Division 1 from Italy and Monza. The Tifosi can't cheer as much, no Ferrari on the podium today either, but maybe next year. I've been Such a Clock. I've been here with UK Beast Assassin. And hope to see you all.
Cheers for watching, everyone.
Yeah, hope to see you all Wednesday for episode 5, I think it is, of the SLR side pod. Bye for now.
See ya.